this video and talk about change. So there's a lot going on everywhere, and there's a lot of reasons why there's a lot of reasons why people are trying new things and working on themselves. And so I've been here a few times. There's been a few times in my life where things completely fell apart and I had to figure out a way to put them back together and also start over in a new way. So I thought I would talk a little bit about what I do know about change. Now, I am no expert. I'm just speaking from experience and things I picked up along the way. The first thing that I think that is important to understand about change is that in order to do it in any real way, you have to be really ready. There's really no two ways about it. I've tried to change things about myself or pick up new habits, and it just doesn't stick because I was never truly over what I was doing in the first place. I've tried exercising every day, but I didn't care. I didn't really have a goal or a reason why I wanted to be healthier or change the way I looked. It didn't make any sense. So you have to have yourself at a place where it makes some kind of sense for you. You have to have a real reason, and you have to be truly ready. I think for me, one thing that helps me is to understand that this is the only life you really have. This is going to be it. You get one shot at this, so whatever you do, that's it. This is live. You know, everything that we do counts and it all matters, so don't you want the best experience that you can have? And 9 times out of 10, that is enough to help me at least get going. It's a good starting point, and for me, it's enough to get me at least to the beginning of the process, which is really the hardest. You know, showing up to do the work is really just the hardest part, and then it's downhill from there. I also want to say something about not waiting until you feel completely ready. Knowing that you need to do a thing and understanding enough about the benefit of it, perfect. If you can get going with that, I would say run with it. You're never going to be completely ready. I've waited for years to feel like an adult, to do different things, and I'm as grown as I'm ever going to be, and yeah, it never gets easier to start over. It never gets easier to try again. It never gets easier to show up and start from step one. So if you know that it's a necessity and you know you want it, just start. The second thing that I want to say, or that I know about change, is that it's never too late. I think we get it in our heads that things have to happen in a certain sequence or else it just can't happen. I remember for years I thought I had to actually make it in acting when I was a child, or else I would not get my chance. Like, that's how you did it and you got to stick. Obviously we know that that's not true, but you know, it's what I thought for a really long time. So I will, when I was in my 20s and going to college, I was like, it's too late. It's a wrap. Why would I want to give that a shot again when I'm old? It's over. I missed my window. But when I decided to go ahead and study theater, it's like I could spend that 2 years to finish that degree and learn something I really enjoy and that I love, or I could spend 2 years doing something I didn't care about. The 2 years is going to pass either way, unless I had unless I had a very clear understanding I was going to die in 2 years. Like, I expected to make it through. So let's make it something we can be proud of. Let's make it something that will actually make us happy. It's never too late. As long as you have breath in your body, you have more going for you than you have going against you. And it's never too late to try to live your best life, to do the best you can for yourself. It's never too late to try to be happy. Don't get caught up in thinking that things have to happen in a certain sequence or by a certain age or with a certain person or in a certain place, or it can't happen, because it's just a logical fallacy. You can do whatever you want at any point, and if you have the will to do it in your heart now, and you have the idea now, and you have the energy now, this is how it was always meant to happen for you, and you can do it. It's all happening. They say it's no better time than the present, and it's just the truest statement. You don't have to wait, and you haven't waited too long. So just do it. Last thing, the third and last thing I would like to say about change is to be kind to yourself. You know, it's going to be a bumpy road. There's going to be problems and failures, and things are going to come up that you didn't expect, and some things are going to happen that you did, and it might be worse or it might not be as bad, but you got to know that these things are going to happen, and you got to be kind to yourself during this process. Trying something new, being different, stepping out, it's always a very vulnerable state to be in. It's not helpful to criticize yourself during that process. It's self-sabotage. For a long time, I wanted to learn meditation. And so I would have a few days where I would do it in a row, and then I would miss a day. And on that day that I missed, I would beat myself up so badly, it was hard to get back to it the next day because I felt like such a failure. I felt like I didn't deserve it, or I couldn't do it because I'd already fucked it up. So like, what's the point? It's already over. But I had to find a way to get calm and quiet and honest and just let myself have it. Failure is a part of the process, and you're gonna have a lot of it if you're doing it. Moving forward is about learning several ways to not move forward before you actually find the one that works. So just give yourself time, love yourself, be kind to yourself, be slow, be steady, and celebrate your progress all along the way. Celebrate yourself, and be your biggest cheerleader. You're the one who's always there. You see what no one else sees. You know what no one else knows. You give yourself the love and support and care that you need along your way. Lastly, I know I said I was going to do 3 things I knew about change, but something just occurred to me. I had a moment of inspiration. Honesty. You can't change without being honest. You can't change without seeing where you are 100% crystal clear, where you're starting from, in order to get where you're going. So if you are lost and you want to deny being lost, like, I know where the hell I am, I know what I'm doing, you'll never get where you're going. So you have to take inventory and be honest and see the ugly bits, and do that with bravery and without looking away from it, because what you're looking at is the real you. And if you do not like it, that's okay, because you can change it. You can do better, you can try again, give it another shot, but you can't do that unless you're telling the truth. So honesty really is the cornerstone of all of this. But if you can be honest and you can just accept what is, you'll be all right. As long as you can be honest and keep moving, you'll be fine. So that's all I really have to say about change. I think as a process, it is complex and simple at the same time, because we're all individuals. We all have our own personalities and sets of challenges and advantages in change and with changing. Some of us are naturally more adaptable than others. Some of our minds are more analytical. Some of us are more emotional. So it will take its own shape. So if you have any comments or thoughts on if you have any thoughts or comments on the topic of change at all, please leave those in the comments. I would love to read that. And I hope you guys stay well. I hope you guys take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you here for the next one. Bye, guys.